Hey everyone.
So I haven't posted in a whole year. I actually made 2 vlogs this year, but I decided to drop them BC. I was too lazy to edit them. But hey, I am back, and today we are going to fanexpo. Now you may be wondering,
what are you doing at fanexpo?
Well, you see, I'm gonna meet I am so excited, can't you tell by my face? Anyways, so I will tell you the story on how I was allowed to go to fanexpo. So a little back story. I have been obsessed with Stranger Things for a long time. It has been my dream to meet at least one of the cast members, even if they're a side character in the show. So when I found out that the Finn Wolfhard was coming to a Toronto, a city that I live right next to, I just had to take that opportunity. Anyways, here is how. I asked my mom if I could go there.
Gino was on a family trip with family. They sat at a mall and waited for other family to get food. Gino found it was the perfect time to ask, but Gino had a different way of asking.
Hey, there's a fanexpo event happening in Toronto.
Wow, really? Who's going?
Some actors. Wow. Finn Wolfhard, who plays Mike on Stranger Things, is going. Man, I really wish I could go.
Mom, did you hear that? Mike from Stranger Things is going to Toronto.
Do you want to go?
Wait, what? I can actually go?
Yes.
This is going to be a very big day for me. The whole reason why I even watched Stranger Things in the first place was BC of Finn. While we are still here, here is another story time.
Gino and Gino's sister were sitting in dining room, watching it. Gino's sister realized that the kid who played Richie is the same kid from Stranger Things.
Hey, we should watch Stranger Things after this.
Okay. Yeah, that's the story time. Anyways, enough of this long intro and story times. Let's get on with the video. So this is the fit for today. Supposed to look like Dustin. Almost forgot to mention, this is the pose we want to do with him. Okay, so now we drive. So pretty. We are her ex-sketchway. Manifesting that Noah comes as the special guest. I hate Toronto traffic. Kinda panicking BC, the arrival time is getting closer to 1 p.m. and that's when our photo op starts. Almost there? We are here, many feet away from meeting Finn. Getting our badges and walking down the steep parking lot. We got our badges. I had to get a kids one BC, they ran out of the youth passes, but this is cheaper anyways. Okay, so I didn't record much inside of the place because it felt awkward and stuff, so sorry about that. Okay, heading there, aha. This crowd was so big and this photo was only a zoom in. Okay, here is the moment you have all been waiting for. Now, I was going to secretly record our conversation, but then I got scared and didn't do it. So, here is me recreating the whole thing on CapCut.
Gino and Gino's sister and cousin, dressed as Nezuko from Demon Slayer, waited in the big crowd for the photo op. They realized that their group had already been called a long time ago and didn't know what to do. That is until they saw a mother and daughter making their way to the crowd, and they then realized they were in the same group as them for the photo op. The 3 of them followed them and managed to make their way to the line. As time passed by, the 3 got closer and closer to their turn. Once they were right behind the curtain, Gino decided to get a sneak peek and peek through the curtain.
Oh my god, he's real. Did you guys not see him? I'm actually gonna pee my pants.
Same.
No, I don't mean literally.
Okay, guys, it's your turn.
Oh
Hi.
my
Hi.
god.
Hey guys.
Wait,
Oh my
can
god,
we
oh
do
my
a
god, oh my god,
pose?
oh my god, oh my
Yeah,
god, oh my god, oh my
they
god, oh my
tried
god,
to
oh
do
my
the
god, oh my god, oh my
hard
god, oh my
pose
god, oh
as
my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Okay, how about we do this?
Oh my god, 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 oh my
Thank you so much.
Thank you very
Get on
much.
with
Thank
It
you
was
here.
so nice to meet you.
Better move on.
So yeah, that's how it all went down. It's not accurate to how it actually happened because I literally blanked out, and that's why I kept saying, oh my god. Anyways, here is another look at the picture. So afterwards, we left and we saw the autograph booths, and here is a recreation of me getting a glance at some celebs I saw. So yeah, that happened. After all of that, we went back to the merchandise booths to go shopping. Here is a cool Midsommar cosplayer. This was so well done, and shout out to them. So I wanted to buy a cool Arcane poster, but I didn't find one, and I wanted to save my money for the perfect poster. But I ended up not getting one and only got this small poster, but it's okay because it's still cool. So, we were planning to go to a Stranger Things panel and decided to look for where it was being held so that we weren't late to it. And oh my goodness, thank God we did. Before I say anything, let me tell you first that when we went outside to the line, we wouldn't even find the beginning of it. We had to go down the long line and found the end of it to be all the way at the parking area. This is how far we were in the line after an hour of waiting. Yeah, it was pretty crazy, but all worth it in the end. So before the panel started, they had a Stranger Things trivia that I couldn't play because I had no internet connection. I had to answer all of the questions in my head, and if I had internet connection, I would have won the whole entire thing, just one question wrong. I'm still so angry about that. But anyways, here are some clips of the panel.
On this phone, let me see.
Did you see that meme where it's like what Mike sees when Will's looking out the window, and it's like a photo of a guy with his ball, and it's so funny. I can tell everyone knows what the meme is even when I'm not.
There's also a good one where Mike is just a dog sitting there while Will's sobbing. Yeah, it's really good.
It's Will Byers dressed as Will Smith from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And it says, now this is a story all about how my life got turned upside down.
I love that Millie was like, absolutely not. Can Chrissy and Vecna?
Sure. Well, it's quite hard to say this without sounding too sincere, but I guess that it's absolutely okay to be different.
Yeah.
And our differences should be celebrated and not vilified. I think that is, that's what I hope people take away from it.
Yeah, I love that. What do you think?
I don't know. I feel like this season for Mike was pretty passive. I don't know, I'm not sure.
I mean, Mike's whole thing is kind of that his big job this season was to be the support class for his friends, kind of. You know?
I think it's one of those things where it's I think he's slowly coming through I feel like in the last 2 seasons he's been pretty up in the clouds, and I feel like slowly as the season ended I think it's the right, I don't know, to be, it's okay to be compassionate, I guess. Because, he goes through 4 or 5 seasons of not telling Eleven how he feels, which is crazy because everyone knows how he feels.
That monologue, by the way, is amazing.
Oh.
I feel like my life started that day we found you in the woods.
I would say that, I think, yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
How about you, Grace?
I played a very small part, but a lot of people have approached me and shared that they had a similar experience to Chrissy's traumas. And even though Chrissy didn't get to have her happy ending with resolving all of that, I would like to say that recovery is not linear, and I feel so lucky that people feel comfortable sharing with me their story. I love you too.
Fucking really?
Child murder.
Yeah, don't be a dick. I mean, look, Grace just used the word trauma, and so much of what this show is about and where these characters come from for Matt and Ross is based in trauma. And I spoke yesterday about the idea of relating to this character that I play, and ultimately, you know, this is a person who is, like Eddie, vilified, suppressed, repressed, oppressed, and ends up becoming a very negative version of themselves. So without jumping too much on the Joseph bandwagon, I think also it is about just letting people be their true selves and have their power and love them for it no matter what, and don't try to control anybody, ever. And don't kill your fans.
So next here are some clips of the panel that I didn't record but are memorable because their funny credits go to person who originally posted this.
I said this at the last panel, but let's remember what the scene was that took place in. The murder of an innocent girl that you've all made into a joke. Look at you guys. You sick freaks. Making it into a thing. You know what?
I think I want... Sorry? Princess Law. I never ate Princess Law.
Just scene you've been in.
All of them. I did a TV show once where I was lying on a table surrounded by sort of 9 men, like stroking my naked body.
I'm sorry.
What?
We gotta stop letting Jamie go first.
We were shooting season 4. Eduardo Franco, who was Argyle, he's new obviously, and we were so used to just being like 11 over there, whatever, the Demogorgon, the Becknet, like it just sounds insane. And he one time burst out laughing during a take. He was like, "I'm sorry, you sound so dumb right now." Like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, what? And there was this scene in the 9th episode where 11's in the bath, and we all just have to kind of crowd around her on our knees, and that was 3 days of us just looking at her while she was asleep. And Eduardo could not keep it together. He was crying, laughing, and the Duffer Brothers were getting so mad at him because they were like, "This is a really serious scene, man." And Eduardo was like, "I'm sorry." In the middle of the fucking desert, and we're looking at this girl who has a shaved head, just in a hospital, lifeless, and this is insane. He's like, "You can't expect me to take this seriously. This is insane. It's crazy." And he just was could not handle, and it made me realize oh yeah, it's so funny because a lot of these scenes are so weird. If an outsider came in and was like, "What are you guys doing?" Imagine if we were just shooting that scene and no one saw the crew. It was just me, in character, just looking at Eleven. If someone walked in the door, they'd be like, What the fuck are you guys doing? Get out of here. You guys are just watching, this is so weird. Yeah, I don't know, I feel like they're all pretty.
Saw this sick cosplayer shout out to them. So yeah, being in the same room as those 4 was so cool, but it didn't seem real. But anyways, Jamie and Finn carried that whole panel. They were just so funny. I really enjoyed the rapid fire questions. That segment was so funny. Okay, so after that, the convention sadly ended and we didn't have any time to do any shopping since we arrived late. Us chilling out forgot to record us in Toronto Centre. Time to go home. Anyways, yeah, that was definitely the experience of a lifetime. This is the best convention I have ever been to, but that's because I live in Ottawa and I have only ever been to Geek Market and Comic Con. Anyways, I rate this whole thing a 10/10s. I hope you enjoyed the vlog and don't forget to like and subscribe. I am still trying to hit 40 subs. Anyways, goodbye and see you in the next video.